So I've been trying out the Heddon Golden Mark Pro Weight, 50 Pro Weight. It says controlled flex action. So this is, I did some research on this. This is a fly rod that's I think was made in 1971. So I'm using an antique. It's made out of fiberglass. It's a really good looking rod, and I'm really surprised at how well it casts, especially making those long casts that I'm making. But I've caught a few small fish on it. But the reason I'm using this today is this. I inherited this from my wife's great uncle, and he's been dead about 25 years, I think, or 20 years. Anyway, I knew him, and I don't know how much he used this rod. He lived up in the mountains and where there's some trout stuff. But I just think it's neat when you get something that belongs to somebody that's so old, and you take it out and use it and catch fish on it. You know, it kind of adds something to it. There you go. Yeah, I'm not catching anything big today, but I've had a ball catching these little old sunfish, watching them come up. Like I just watched him. This one was studying it. He was studying that popping bug, and then he attacked it. Of course, super close to her great uncle, but I didn't know him, and I spent a little time with him. And I don't know. You know, none of us are going to be here a long time, and it's good for somebody to remember you, you know. If you think about it. Man, it's cooled off a little bit, and I'm thinking that these fish may just turn on. I'd like to get about a 3-pound bass on this fly rod. I think that would be so cool. I'm pretty amazed at this thing. Really, it'll really cast. It's got a really good action to it, if you ask me. And there's a fish. It's just having fun. Here's what I don't understand about today's sportsmen, or sportsmen, or sportswomen. It seems like everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people are just trying to one-up everybody else. You know, I kill a bigger deer than you, or I catch a bigger fish. And let me tell you something. Hunting and fishing and enjoying the outdoors is not a competition sport. I think that's the worst thing that you could do with something. Take something that's supposed to be a day where you spend out enjoying creation, enjoying getting out, seeing the wildlife, you know, catching a few fish, maybe enjoying eating some fish, enjoying the experience of cleaning them and cooking them, and, you know, the fellowship with other. But who decided that it was all about, there's a good one. Who decided it was all about, you know, the biggest, the most? This is a pretty good little old redbreast here. Might be one of the best ones today that I've caught. which he's still not huge, but it's about the whole experience. Enjoying floating down a river, casting your fly rod, a vintage fly rod, landing it right there in front of a fish, watching that fish come up there and attack that lure, that fly or that popping bug, whatever it is. There's another one. Now what I haven't done in size, now this is a pretty small one. I've made up in quantity today. Just enjoying, being thankful that you have opportunities to come out here to have a place like this. I hope you have a place close by to where you live. There's another one. It's all about your attitude, you know. I can hear people saying, oh, you know, you're just catching them little bitty fish. Yep, I'm just catching those little bitty fish and having a ball. Having a ball doing it. On this old fly rod, I'm thinking I'm liking this one better than the one I have. Miss that one. Being thankful when I don't catch fish. Y'all, we just need to be thankful that we, here in our country, that we have these places that we can go to and then pursue these outdoor experiences. I mean, what a blessing. We're just really blessed to have this opportunity in our country, in a modern, high technological society. If you'll just listen, you can't even hear so. And I'm only, 15, 20 minutes from a little town. I'm not that far from an interstate. But just listen. All you hear is the sound of creation right now. That's all you hear. I don't hear any cars, trucks. Now every now and then, when I've stayed up here years ago, I could hear the train, which is about 10 miles away. In the middle of the night, I could hear the train. Anyway, that's just some thoughts as I float down this river. I had one coming up and I took it out of his mouth. I'm getting a hit of almost every cast. I'm just missing them, or either they're not hitting it hard enough to take it in. The thing about a fly rod is this: you'll be floating along and you'll be catching these little ones, and all of a sudden, a bass has been known, and I've caught some good bass on a fly rod. Every now and then, old bass will take that popping bug. Oh, what happened? You would have thought that was a big fish there. It is. It's a bass. God. That's a red eye too. Good red eye. Oh yeah. Yes sir. Look at there. Now see, that's not a real big fish, but it is a good sized red eye. They don't grow but about 1 inch a year. Okay? It's just not a, I'll take that every time. We used to call them poor man's trout because they occurred in these Appalachian streams that are rocky and clear, but at the same time they're too warm for trout. Okay? So anyway, that was fun.